What's up, y'all? This is Carmen Chloe of BohemianAcademics.com. I am going to give Facebook a couple of moments to build my audience as I share out this video. Again, I am Carmen Chloe, also Carmen Harris, creator and CEO of BohemianAcademics.com. We are an early childhood literacy company where we specialize in teaching parents how to teach their children how to read. And I do that by way of a digital course and a downloadable workbook that is available on my website. I also have a free ABC Basics ebook, which when you go to our website, bohemianacademics.com, there should be a little pop-up that pops up that will invite you to put in your email address in exchange for getting our free ABC Basics ebook. And this is for parents who are ready to venture into teaching their babies the letters of the alphabet, the sounds that they make, but they need a little guide, they need a little resource to kind of figure out how exactly to do that. So again, you can go to bohemianacademics.com and get that free ebook. There's also information on my website as well on how you can go ahead and invest into the digital course if you're ready to take it to the next level and actually teach your child how to read. The holiday season is upon us, so we know the children will be out of school for a good 2 weeks, and during that time when they're on holiday break, a lot of children, they kind of lose their momentum, and some of them, they forget like everything that they've learned in school. Others of them will actually come back to school in January, and they will it's like the light bulb goes off sometimes for a lot of kids when they come back from a holiday break. So it's hit or miss. It just depends. But I definitely am an advocate for making sure that you have your child engaged in some type of educational activity, especially on holiday breaks where they tend to just be, doing a whole bunch of playing, not a lot of learning, things of that nature. So again, you can check out my website for all of that information. I'm just going to share this out in a couple of more places so that I can get this information out because it's some good stuff. I figure everybody on the internet, they share out bunch of foolishness. Why not share out something that is important and helpful to our future generation, which is our babies? We definitely want them reading, and we want them literate and we want them intelligent regardless of what path they choose, if they decide to go to college or if they decide to be traditional business owners. We want to make sure that our children are educated. So let's go ahead and get into this content. The majority of you will be catching this video on the replay, and that is fine. Just make sure that you actually like the page and that you turn on your notifications so that when I am going live, you'll be able to get this amazing information. So again, I am Carmen Chloe, also known as Carmen Harris, creator and CEO of Bohemian Academics. We're an early childhood literacy company. Yesterday, I did a video and I talked about how there is more to reading than just reading. When people think of reading, they really think of fluency. Welcome to the broadcast. They think of fluency. They think of reading words on a page, but there are actually 5 components of reading. Yesterday, I went over them briefly. We have phonics, we have phonemic awareness, we have fluency, we have vocabulary, and then we have comprehension. Today, I'm going to touch a little bit more on phonics and phonemic awareness. And for those of you who missed the video yesterday, I implore you to go and watch it. But just for the sake of this video, phonics is, by definition, it's a method of teaching people to read by correlating sounds with letters or groups of letters in an alphabetic writing system. So basically, it is making the connection between letters and the sounds that they make. Okay, for example, the letter C. If you ask little Johnny, what sound does C make? And he says K. That's phonics. He's making the connection between the letter C and the sound that it makes, okay? Then you have phonemic awareness. With phonemic awareness, listeners or students are able to hear, identify, and manipulate phonemes, which is the smallest mental unit of sound. They're able to manipulate phonemes, and that helps to differentiate units of meaning. Okay, so for example, separating the spoken word cat into 3 distinct phonemes, you would say k-at, cat, k-at, cat. If you ask Johnny, what short vowel sound do you hear in the middle of cat? And Johnny may say, I think I hear the A sound. Okay, what sound is it? A is a letter, the name of the letter. What sound is it? And Johnny will say, ah. Okay, good job, Johnny. What sound do you hear at the beginning of cat? And Johnny should say, k. Good job, Johnny. What sound do you hear at the end of cat? I think I hear the t sound at the end of cat. Johnny just broke that word down into the smallest parts of sounds. He broke it down into phonemes. He was able to tell you the beginning, the middle, and the ending sound in the word. Those are examples of phonemic awareness and phonics. Okay, remember, again, it's the relationship between letters and the sounds that they make. That's what phonics is, the relationship between letters and the sounds that they make. And then also identifying and recognizing the relationship between letters and sounds. Being able to identify the sounds that you hear in words is phonemic awareness. You are aware of the phonics, the sounds that the letters are making. You are able to isolate them, and you're able to say, okay, I hear this sound in the middle of the word. I hear the sound at the beginning of the word. So you're able to identify that. Your child will be able to identify that when they have built up their phonemic awareness. Okay. And then also being able to isolate the beginning, the middle, and the ending sounds by hearing and by speaking. As I talked yesterday, the 5 parts of reading are all very important. They go in order of importance, meaning the first and the second components of reading are the most critical because they set the foundation. So phonics and phonemic awareness are very critical. A lot of times I would have students come into my first grade classroom and they hadn't been doing anything for pre-K and kindergarten. A lot of them had never experienced pre-K and kindergarten because it's not mandatory here in Georgia. So I would have to set that foundation for them that they ideally would have had before entering into first grade. A lot of times when you see struggling readers in second, third, and fourth grade, it's because they didn't get that foundation of phonics and phonemic awareness. And there are a lot of studies that show that if a child leaves the first grade and they're still a struggling reader, that chances are they will be a struggling adult reader into life. So it's very important to get that foundation set in the beginning while your child is a baby, a toddler, or a preschooler. I definitely recommend ages 7 and below making sure that you have set a solid foundation for phonics and phonemic awareness. So that is basically phonics and phonemic awareness in a nutshell. How can you start implementing or teaching phonics and phonemic awareness to your baby, your toddler, or your preschooler? Number 1, you can implement flashcards. I started showing flashcards to my babies when they were actually babies, like alphabet flashcards saying the name of the letter and the sound that it made. Yes, they were babies and they didn't fully understand at the time, but they were immersing the information. Okay, I was immersing them in the information. The second one is the alphabet song. Okay, there's a really cool alphabet song on YouTube. It's actually called Alphabet Song, and I let my children listen to that. Well, I let my youngest one listen to it now, but my oldest, she listened to it as well. It goes over the letters of the alphabet, the capital letter, the lowercase letter, and then it also goes over the sound. So they're able to get the name of the letter, the uppercase, the lowercase differentiation, and also the sound that it makes. Okay, that is great for auditory learners. Everybody has a different learning style. Okay, some people are visual learners, some people are tactile learners. They have to put their hands on stuff to learn. Some people are auditory learners. So the alphabet song is great for those who learn by hearing. Thirdly, you can implement an alphabet floor puzzle. That really helped my oldest daughter when she was a baby. We had it was like a sponge alphabet floor puzzle. We put it on the floor. She was able to touch it. She was able to see it. Every time she would venture out and pick up a letter from the puzzle, myself or my husband would say, "That's the letter X." And it says X. We would just do it organically, not forced, just organically as she would explore. And before we knew it, when she was 18 months old, she was able to identify the letters of the alphabet in and out of order. So this doesn't have to be forced. It doesn't have to be painful. It could be something that is incorporated into your everyday life. You can also incorporate a letter of the week. Okay. A lot of people recommend when you're teaching the alphabet to your children that you start off with the first letter of their first name. So let's say, for example, your child's name is William and you're focusing on the letter W for the letter of the week. And every time you see the letter W, you'll point it out to William. You can be driving down the street and you guys pass by Walmart and you'll say, hey, William, do you see that letter? Is that the letter of the week that we're working on? So again, it doesn't have to be forced. It can be natural and organic. So that was my lesson for today on phonics and phonemic awareness. If you have not already gotten our free ABC Basics ebook, click the link at the top of this video and get that. Also, if you are ready to take it to the next level and you're ready to start teaching your child how to read, I want you to invest in our digital course and our downloadable workbook. You will find that on our website under the products and services tab as well. So if you're catching this on the replay, make sure that you like this video, like our page, turn your notifications on so that you can hear when we go live. I'll be sharing tips all this week on early childhood literacy, and be sure to share out this video if you know of any moms, any parents that can benefit from this information. Thanks so much for tuning in. Peace.